Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make hair vines or little mini hair pieces. I'm making mine for myself and for my bridesmaids because I'm getting married in the next couple of months, which is very exciting. This was the first one I actually ever made, so I've not been doing it a long time, and they are really easy to make, and because you can spend a lot of money on these in the shops, if you want something that's original to you and exactly the colour scheme and size and everything that you want, it is so easy to make. So I'm going to be making a matching one to these so they can go kind of either side of an updo for one of my bridesmaids. I'll show you the one I've made for myself. So this is the one I've made for myself, so it would go across the back of my hair. You can just get the beads online or at your local craft shop, and your choices literally are endless. So you'll be sure to find something that you like. And as I say, they're just so customizable, both in terms of the width, the length, everything about it. You can modify for your own style, but I'll show you how I make mine today. Alright, so the things you will need, if you want to make the same one as mine, obviously if you're making something different, you'll need something different. So I've got these acrylic flowers here. I think these are some 5mm pearly beads, 3mm pearly beads, and then some little, I think they're 3mm as well, crystal beads. They're the only ones I'm using for this video. I'll keep them all in this little pot here. You might find it easier to split the beads up. Additionally, what you'll need is obviously your wire. This is a 0.4mm gold-plated wire that I just got from the local craft shop. But obviously, again, you can get copper, you can get brass, you can get gold, you can get silver-coloured wires, all to suit the design that you want. If you've got wire cutters, it's probably nice to use those. I don't have any, so I just use some cheap scissors. The wire's so thin, they work just fine. Alright, let's get started. Okay, I've just cut my wire into about 1 metre length, and I've folded it in half. This is where you start the first loop where your first hair clip will go in. So basically, the whole thing about making hair vines is just twisting. You just need to keep twisting. So, there we go. The wire can feel quite unmanageable to start with, but it soon gets shorter and you run out loads quicker than you'll need, so bear that in mind to start with. So anyway, so just do these twists, and you need to try and get, to make it look good, you need to get quite a regular, tight twist, all the same sort of width between each turn. So I find it easier just to keep turning the end to achieve that. Alright, so that's the first bit, and that's where your clip goes through. I'll have this one for reference. I don't want it to look exactly the same, but I want it to look similar. So I'm going to start with threading a tiny bead to the end here. Alright, so then you decide how far away you want it to be. I reckon about there is good. And now I find it easier to turn from the top of the bead. And there you go. First bead attached. It's really that easy. So that's how you do little single ones like this. And then once I've done these two, I'll show you how to make little trees of beads that you can see. Okay, and when you've done each individual side, to kind of make it a continuous line, you then have to twist the two around each other. There we go. And obviously you can twist for as long as you want until you want the next set of beads to come off. So this time we're going to be doing some trees. So I'm going to thread 3 beads onto my wire. So we'll start working with the first one in a similar way, but you need to give it a bit of a longer amount of wire than you would for the first one, because it's got to go from here all the way around and down the stem of the tree. So we'll just give it a little bit more room. And we're not going to twist all the way to the bottom. We're just going to give it a few twists. There we go. So then we can see already that's going to act as a branch. And then we go to our next one. This is going to be the furthest one away. So again, you just take it how far away you want it. The wires are going all over the place, but I'm pretty sure that's normal. And again, so we'll twist this back down to the junction. And now I'm going to have the last one coming off a little bit lower, so we need to twist these two around each other. There we go, just a couple of twists. And then we'll start twisting this one. There we go again, and then because we want more of our stem, we have to twist the two of the free wires together. There we go, that's a little tree. And you can kind of reshape it a bit as you want. The good thing about wire is, you know, it is pretty forgiving. There is a limit as to how much you can twist it before it breaks, and then you do have to kind of do a bit of a repair job. But, you know, you can put it through a reasonable amount before it gives way. Alright, so I've got to the part where I want to start adding my flowers. I've just threaded one thread through the flower, one through the bead, and now I need to put the wire back down and then through the hole made by the flower, kind of anchoring this in place. I need to try and get the bead sideways in the flower if I can, and then I'll twist and join it to the stem as I was doing before. Okay, so I've nearly finished. I've just got to do a little loop to match the end one on this side, and it's pretty similar to the other one that I made. I tried to do them as a bit of a matching pair. Really pleased with it. The whole process has probably taken me about 45 minutes or so to do, and this is only the third one I've done, so I'm sure with practice you could get a lot faster than this. Probably also if you had actual wire working tools as well, but I haven't. So I'll just try and show you how I'm going to make a loop to finish, and that'll be the end of it. So I think I'm just going to choose one of the strands, and I'm just going to try and make a reasonably sort of nice loop with it. Okay, I've given it a few twists, but obviously I've got all these legs still, which is unusual for me to have too much actually, but it is an absolute nightmare if you are halfway through a design and you run out. So I'm just going to chop off the little end, and then this is where wires are going everywhere. This is where I think it's useful if you've got the kind of little wire working plier tools, because you can really press the ends into your design. I don't have that here, so it's just a lot of fiddling and brute force with your fingertips. If I do more of these, I'll probably buy a set of wire working tools just to kind of make this process easier, but it's really the only part of this design and of these in general that I actually feel that wire working tools and mainly just the needle nose pliers would be actually any use. But I'm going to just take my scissors and they do, you know, cut it really easy. You don't really need wire cutters for wire this thin. I'm sure it'll damage my scissors eventually, but they're about 1,000 years old, so I've got my little ends here, and it's just going to be a case of wrapping them around and trying to get the ends tucked in so they're not going to poke anyone in the head when they're wearing them. So that's that finished. So you can see it's a little bit bulkier on that side than it is at the top end, but you know, especially when this is going to be bending into the hair and you'll just be looping the clips through. And so these are going to be a pair, and they'll go kind of either side, and I'm not a hairdresser, but you can kind of see kind of the contrast that are, and they'll look so pretty, you know, when you've got your hair done up in little twirls and things. And the way you kind of attach them, I'll just show you. So you literally just loop a bobby pin in and then put that into your hair, and you know, they're really quite lightweight, it stays so well. And especially, you know, if you had your hair all twirled or plaited nicely, these little end bits just get lost in your hair, and all you see is a nice design. So hopefully I managed to show you enough detail that you would actually find this video useful. If you do want me to do another or show any other specific parts, do mention in the comment boxes below. I've got quite a few more still to make, so it's not going to be an issue for me to make any more if anyone wants any more information. I think I'll be making a few different styles, so again, if you find this video interesting or you'd like to see some other designs that I'm doing, you know, please comment and I'll see what I can do about that. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like or a thumbs up. I've got a video coming out on how I'm going to make my wedding cake topper and some wedding venue decor, and also some calligraphy place cards that I'm also going to be doing. So that's all for me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.